Leo, well, so 5 cards. Let's jump straight into it. Leo, what sort of relationship is this person bringing to the sign of Leo? Wow, you've come up as the Strength card here, Leo. This is very much a destined relationship here for you. You've got some powerful cards here in the Ace of Cups and also the High Priestess, which is fantastic. Now, straight away, I do feel like there's a massive reveal towards this connection or this person. The High Priestess is seen as the prophetess and the seer, and she often represents some intuitive, superstitious, or prophecy, destiny unfolding type energy. So the fact that has come up straight away, and the fact that you've come up as your sign here as the Strength card, I feel like this can be a potentially very, very strong connection here. What's also supported with the divine intervention is the Ace of Cups. This is definitely a new beginning for a lot of you, okay? It's a new beginning in love. I don't know if it's like lessons that need to be learned from a previous relationship. I think for some of you, things that have already been revealed to you about yourself, you know, your personality, you as a lover, as a partner, I think those lessons or those skills are going to be tested in this relationship. So pay attention to how this connection unfolds, because this person is bringing a lot with them. But look, the Ace of Cups can indicate a very serious connection, often having that religious connotation of it's the subtext of marriage or commitment or promise rings, or, you know, having that traditional relationship. So I sense this person is wanting tradition, and they're wanting either marriage or remarriage. They're wanting those sort of values and traditions with you, Leo. You're going to be the center of their world. There's going to be a lot of attention on you, a lot of focus. I'm seeing a lot of respect, a lot of admiration, but also that's going to come with its insecurities here. Now, the High Priestess again represents a bit of fertility here, so I don't know if there's children involved here, or planning a family, or merging families, or blending families, but there could be insecurities. It could be insecurities about that, about marriage or remarriage. I think that although they're wanting it, you know, I must mention here, the maiden is the gentle, the kind, the tame. The lion is the wild, the non-domesticated, you know, the unpredictable, the carnal. So it's a very unlikely pairing, but they can make it work. So I don't know if there's going to be a bit of anxiety that this person may bring, or they may bring about a bit of anxiety because of your differences. And you might sort of notice that. They might keep it to themselves. They might not necessarily communicate it, but they sort of might be in their own mind here a little bit with the Eight of Swords energy. But there's a bit of fear here. I think they'll be fearful of losing you, Leo. I think there's an underlying fear. I do. I think the Knight of Pentacles, in terms of the kind of relationship they're wanting to offer, I feel like pacing, things will go quite well here. But there is going to be something that they'll have to reveal to you, and it could be a little bit make or break. Could be a secret, could be a medical condition, it could be the fact that they have children, it could be the fact that they never want children, it could be about how different the two of you are, maybe something religious here, traditional, it's hard to pinpoint what exactly, because there's so many things in the cards, but there might be something here that's coming up around them with that High Priestess energy. But because she represents intuition and empathy and sort of tuning into each other on a non-verbal basis, my understanding is here that the two of you will really have that intuitive link towards each other. It's almost like telekinesis, telepathy, you have that it's a very spiritual sort of connection, and I think you're going to share that. So that might be new to you, Leo. That might be something you've never had before. I mean, they could be coming in with a set of rules or guidelines here. I mean, the Torah is here, and it can represent conforming and living your life, or basing your relationships on something here, on a set of values, or an author, or a guru, for example, or faith even. So, I mean, I feel like they might sort of obey to these things, and they might be coming in with that energy here, and that might be really important to them, Leo. That might be something that they really place a lot of value on, and I think it'll really make them fall for you to see that you too can place a lot of value on that. I mean, that might not be for all of you Leos watching. It can definitely be for some, and you may start to notice that here. But it could be quite an emotional relationship. I'm not going to lie. The Ace of Cups is here. So this person can be bringing a lot of it's an emotional flow. So it's almost like a release. And it could be that when this person connects with you, they let loose of all their emotions. You know, if they do have that cautionary side, they let loose. If they're able to overcome that Eight of Swords and able to just flow and let their guard down and let things happen naturally, then it could be quite successful. Again, this might be your mode of thinking. But I feel like with the Ace of Cups, there's a lot of emotion that's going to be communicated, I think. I think there's a lot of emotion that's going to be revealed. And they could be quite emotionally expressive, but I have a feeling it's only going to make you stronger here. But strength may be required, which can point to obstacles. Every relationship and connection has obstacles, but it really just depends how you handle them, Leo, your emotional response to things, how willing you are to continue on in spite of, or you know, regardless of what this person has done or gone through or who they are or what they've done in their past. Vice versa, it could be centered around you. But the Strength card is in the middle of the spread, which I feel like is a solid foundation for the connection. It would indicate a strong connection here. So there's a lot of potential, essentially, is what I'm trying to say here. And I feel like you will be guiding the relationship in a lot of ways because of the influence and the impact you're going to have on this person. But it's almost like they're going to feel really ready for something serious when the two of you do connect. This Knight is the last Knight of the deck, and who he presents his pentacle to is, in theory, the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So he's giving his pentacle to the last monarchs of the deck. I mean, if this isn't significant, I don't know what is. So I feel like what they have to offer you, Leo, is something really special. And, you know, it's worth paying attention to this, because what can come of it can be very significant and can be lifelong. It's your cup not your cup half full, your cup essentially full to the point where it's overflowing to the brim. I mean, I don't know how much more beautiful the universe could sort of have put this out for you here in the reading. I think it's quite significant. I think it's very beautiful, and I think it's pointing to something very sacred, okay, because there's a sacredness here. You've got the Eucharist, okay, for those that aren't religious or aren't involved in the Christian tradition, you know, highly powerful, highly potent religious symbols here, and I feel like the fact that that's coming up is a nod to the sort of sacred connection you could expect, and I think it's beautiful. I really do. And I mean, this person might want to keep things on the hush for I don't think it's necessarily deception or secrecy, but the High Priestess, while she reveals things, she knows so much, but she keeps it hidden somehow, or she tells things at the right time when they're supposed to happen. So again, something about this connection, this person, this relationship being meant to be, but also something about, there might be a message here that this person might want to keep things under wrap, or maybe not officially reveal your relationship somehow. Maybe they'd like to wait. Maybe they want to be a little bit more patient. You might see those sorts of things in a relationship with this person. But they may ask to be steady with you. They may even move in with you. There's potential, there's very long-term potential for a lot of you Leos. So it's quite nice to see. But look, I will leave your reading at that. I hope it's been enjoyable. If you'd like a private reading, please feel free to email me.